All right. Hey guys, what's happening? It's Ed O'Keefe. Thanks for being on this training with me today. We're going to go through the 24-year shortcut and what I believe to be the biggest, greatest opportunity that I've ever seen in my 24, 25. I was trying to actually think of the exact number before I jumped on. I'm like, 24 just sounds really, really good. Okay. So I really think this is the greatest opportunity I've ever seen with, if you're a tribe leader, expert, consultant, coach, personal brand builder, and you're actually trying to maybe make money, make a living with your information, your education, your expertise, and you're trying to figure out the best way to not only make the best of it, but also how to disconnect your income from being totally reliable on time for money once and for all. It's a really hard thing. Okay. It's a really hard thing. I think I'm going to bounce back and forth from showing you my screen and also talking without it. I think it's really, I just kind of want this to be more of a conversation than anything else. But one thing we want to talk about is like there's a few things that are probably limiting the growth of your business. Some of it's in your control, some of it's outside your control until I make it aware that it is within your control. Just knowing what is and what isn't so you can know where to focus most, remove the constraints that are holding you back, and allow your business to thrive, flourish, and grow, even in this kind of crazy economy. The first thing we got to look at is your market and your offer. Okay. And the number one thing that when we look at businesses that are growing really fast, it's because their offer is really good. And when we look at businesses that are stagnant, it's when the offer is not matching to the market. And the number one way to fix that is to create a better offer to the right people. And it could be a few different things there. Okay. So, and I know all this, guys, because 90% of the time my offers are not where they need to be in the beginning. And so if you're feeling frustrated based on that, just do yourself a favor. Don't beat yourself up too much because you're not alone unless you're trying to do it on your own. But it's kind of a sloppy slide, but I want to talk about a couple of things. One is business only really has so many categories to look at, right? You got like your awareness bucket, right? You got the bucket of I need more leads, I need more sales. And we talk about know, like, and trust factor being something that is going to lend to your ability to make more sales, right? And one of the slides I have here talks briefly about, the idea that people think that everyone in their ecosystem actually knows what they do for a living, how they can help you, how they can help. And I'd be willing to guarantee that everybody on this training or watching this video, there's people in your immediate ecosystem. Like right now, we're even doing something as we're launching this new offer to everybody, an opportunity to work together. That I went through my Dream 100, and then we're building out my Dream 1000, which is just based my database. And how many people I know that are probably doing some cool stuff in business that have no idea what I'm up to. And that's totally on my fault for not communicating. So we're fixing that. I encourage you to think the same way, but there's only so many ways to grow a business, right? We got awareness, we got our ability to generate leads, clients, we got our conversion rate, which usually comes down to a few things there. One of it is purely your ability to have a good offer, but also your ability to automate the contact points so that you're making sure that you're not letting up on leads too quickly. Does that make sense? And so we want to make sure that we're not letting up on leads too quickly, and that we are not failing in that one area at all. And so we're doing the best we can to make sure we grow from that. I'm just looking for my PowerPoint real quick. The next thing with that is, let's see here, where do we go? I'm gonna just close it out completely. It's okay. Is then reactivation and retention and referrals, right? So in the coaching business and expert business in general, reactivation, referrals, and reviews are normally not what people really think about, right? It's not necessarily something we tried early on in my career to try and do referral campaigns. And what we found was that referral campaigns work 100 times more, are 100 times more effective in um, in local businesses. It's just more natural, right? However, with that said, I think there's a shift happening when we pile on technology, automations, software, like we're going to talk about here by the end of this training. Now, let me give a background a little bit about the way I kind of stumbled into where I'm currently at, where my thinking is at. Okay. So years ago, I started a business called Dentist Profits. Okay. Many of you know this, right? It was by far, just looking for the slide here, by far the best business that I had ever created. It was it was super profitable. It served a really good market, and it was one of those businesses that when I started running it, I knew I hit a home run. Now, in hindsight, though, I didn't realize how big of a home run I really hit. Now, let me tell you the best part of the business was I was the long story short on this was I licensed someone else's product to that was in a different niche, right? And the reason why you license products is because it gives you time collapsing capability. It allows you to take other people's time, effort, and energy over X amount of time, and you take that wisdom, time, effort, expense, failure, all that stuff, and then you apply it to where you're going. Okay. So when I was young, I was broke. I barely had any money to my name. I really didn't. I was able to put, I think I spent 15 grand up front for it, but I had to borrow some of the money. And then I had to pay 10% of gross revenue. Okay. Now, 10% of gross revenue is way too much on a business that relies on direct mail and has those kind of costs, because it was really the cost to acquire customers was way too high, right? But anyhow, when we started making sales in it, and I could tell you about the whole testing protocol, I could tell you about all that stuff. But one of my first testimonials came back, and they were in a very specific niche in dentistry, which I'm actually going back into, and I'm going to tell you more about that here in a few minutes. Anyhow, so I had a mastermind, I had a coaching club, and now you may be thinking like, well, yeah, a lot of people do this, but this was back when coaching clubs were just kind of like, it was a newer thing. And so you got to remember, I didn't have tons of experience in this. So if you think like, well, gosh, I need more experience in whatever niche or industry I'm in. No, you don't. You just got to keep moving forward. And what I was doing though, that made it a dream business, is that I stumbled into this thing called licensing. Okay. Now, not only did I license their product, but I never in my wildest dream thought I could actually take my intellectual property and license it to somebody else. Okay. And that's where I took my best testimonial. So I'm going to translate this to you right now. Like, what is one piece of wisdom or one piece of thing that you could do that you know works, that you could license it instead of teach it? Okay. Hopefully this is a little bit mind blowing for you. This is such a stupid, subtle distinction that is the difference between people that make good money versus people that sell their companies for 8 figures, multiple 8 figures, even 9 figures. So it's a different business model. And as time was going on in this, we grew it. I was making a ton of money, and I, for some dumb reason, got bored with the business. And for some reason, I thought that, and there was a little bit of external pressure going on, meaning the economy was happening. It was 2008. The market was kind of crashing. It was a little bit crazy, like it was this past two years, coming out of whatever. And what the doctors wanted, I didn't want to provide. I'm going to share exactly what that is here in a second. Is they wanted more things done for them or automated, turnkey. And I didn't want to do that because I had tried newsletters, like direct mail newsletters, but I'm talking about 2 different business models. I was pretty immature at the time. When looking back on it, I made a immature move here. And then they wanted more consulting. I didn't want to do consulting. And by the way, I'm not suggesting you start doing more consulting. So when I looked at those models, I literally turned to a guy who worked for me and said, "Hey, dude, I'm probably going to sell this business. You're not going to have a job. Why don't you go start local search for dentists and I will be your number one referral?" And I didn't even ask for referral payments. He just sold that company for multiple millions, I think a year ago, right? Think about that, right? Now, what I should have done is said, "Hey, dude, we're going to start a new business together. It's going to be called Local Search for Dentists." And because that was the emerging trend, because I'm going to talk to you about the next emerging trends that are happening in every single market, every business right now that I want to work with you on, help you, coach you, and give you the tools to dominate. Anyhow, so that was the best dream business model that I had. Now, what I need to share with you is that that is not what's normally happening in coaching businesses. Okay. Most coaching businesses right now are what I would consider fall into the dark side of the coaching and education info marketing business. And the reason is because when there's shifts in the economy, like there's happening right now, it destroys certain industries and it destroys offers that work in good times, but they're not going to be working in average to bad times. When money's more expensive or people are more concerned about whatever, business owners and individuals are looking at how do we limit our costs and expand my margin, but not take on more liability. Okay. So your offer has to be the push button easy thing that solves their immediate, urgent, painful problem. And it has to be presented to people with money. Okay. I just gave you a little bit about the level 10 client right there. Now, the other thing that's occurring that I just want to give this observation because it's getting worse, it's not getting better, guys, is the ease of access to education. And what I mean by that is that, like, I'm going to go to volleyball here in 12 minutes once I wrap up this video. And I'm going to listen to a podcast, something, and I'm usually going to YouTube. Now, pause point. Okay. Write this down. If I looked you up on YouTube right now, what would I find? And if the answer is average, then we're going to have to solve that. Okay. I'd love to help you with it. Okay. Because the fact of the matter is most people are going to YouTube to consume their free content and find their people they're following and listen to their podcasts. And people love it that way. It's one of the best lead generators for people selling premium price services, coaching, education, software, whatever it might be. Your local business could be like if you're selling to local businesses, or say, I mean, not, as you can tell, my languaging, some of this video is going to people who run local businesses, education business, all of that. Guess what? My one client who runs a law practice called me up 2 weeks ago and told me that they did $1.7 million in extra cases from his freaking YouTube channel. Plus, he's getting paid AdSense from his YouTube channel. So anyhow, double down on YouTube, double down on content, right? But more importantly, we got to also look at how we're delivering delivering your unique genius. And that is why today I'm going to tell you about how you could take all my licensing intellectual property that's worked, has worked, is working to fill up live events, coaching clubs, free workshops, sell books. I got multiple book funnels that you could license and just have. But what has me most excited is I'm integrating it with the world's best marketing software with AI automation at the same time. And I've been really slow to the game on the AI thing on purpose, because I think I had a guy quote me literally 2 months ago, $5,000 activation fee just to get his bot, not even like anything else. And if you compare that to what I'll share with you today, that's like, and nothing wrong with him, by the way. That's what he was having to sell for everything he was developing it with. But so quickly, I could sell it to you for not even a quarter of that, and you're going to get 10 times more the value out of it because of who I've aligned my intellectual property with, who I encourage you to do it with. And there's just a huge opportunity in the space. This is the first time, by the way, that I've ever like shared this presentation. So you could tell I'm like a little bit not as fluid, but so just bear with me and forgive me, my jumbly self today. And I also have a time constraint, which is 11 minutes. So when I look at the last 24 years of being in business, and I've done everything, guys. I've done supplement businesses. I failed at launching two different food brands. I invested in one, then I launched one. The second one was all on me. And that hurt a lot, right? But the fact of the matter is that it always brings us, it's working for us, bringing us to the place. When I look at every business model, the question that we have to ask ourselves is, how do we take the education, the information, and the wisdom that you're doing, and how do you productize it and McDonaldize it with massive leverage? And one way you could do that is to build out a big consulting company. One way you could do that is to hire a ton of employees. Okay, that's the leverage point. But I don't know about you, but I don't want to do that, right? I want to use technology and other people's leverage. And I have been doing my research in the dark and watching. I got a handful of friends, probably more now, that are absolutely killing it, serving their tribes and reselling the software I'm going to talk about. And for some of you out there, like, I know Jamie's one of my friends. He's probably going to be watching this. He's a veteran and he's in real estate and wants to start a coaching club about how to help veterans invest in real estate. It's a great idea, by the way. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. But by the end of this video, he may decide to pivot and be like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to go to veteran business owners and do exactly what Ed's telling me to do, which is help them make more money by shoring up all the leaky buckets in their business and then helping them grow their business. Because there's probably 1 million or 2 million or 4 million or 10 million veteran business owners. Is that what you know what I'm talking about? That even if all of us went after that one market, there's not enough time in the day and there's not enough people. I mean, there's endless people, right? So I call this, what I'm talking about, the greatest opportunity for business coaches, niche leaders, experts, creators, and consultants. And that is offer wingman, make better offers to better people, and have video and sales copy that builds a brand that sells, that creates an ecosystem that sells on your behalf. So that's where Offer Wingman comes into play, and where you can also license all my materials. But then we take it into my Go High Level accounts, which then we put into your business, and we have it all in one. Now, by the end of this, I'll tell you about the AI that we're also adding to this. So this is just a supercharged opportunity that I'm super thrilled about. And it's a Founders Club opportunity because the pricing that I'm starting out with, I don't know if you're going to think it's high or low. I will say that it's going to be a lot more expensive once I have my first 30 people in this group. And since I am launching this with 30, the reason I'm calling a Founders Club and going to be discounting all the pricing is so that you on our weekly coaching calls have an opportunity to share what you need, so we can make the software even better to get you what you need to get you the results you need, right? So that means that when we work together on this, you're going to get well over 120,000 in marketing funnels, sales letters, ads, and as well as all the automations, the funnels inside High Level underneath the Offer Wingman brand. And you're also going to get the 4 most important funnels that I believe any local business, as well as any expert business. So this training today, I'm gonna stay focused on the expert, right? This is one of my clients, extraordinarily great guy. We sold out his coaching club at $1,000 a pop per month, 25 people using just 5 posts. Now, he had a Facebook group, right? But we created an interview, we did 5 social posts, and it sold out. Now, it's one of the first things that you could start tomorrow if you had the right frameworks, right? That would, I think I just lost where I was at, that would allow you to get cash in the door immediately. I can help you with that. If you don't have an offer right now and you're stuck on like, I'm trying to come out with my offer, what you do is there's a series of posts that you can run where you get people to raise their hand and join a waiting list, kind of an announcement list. Hey guys, I'm thinking about doing blank for X amount of people. Not sure if anyone's interested. It's going to help you in this way, in this way, in this way, without blank, blank, blank. Comment, wait list if you want me to put you on the wait list, or PM me. So then this way, if you're nervous about nobody likes your posts, which you can get over that as well. You get a good gauge on who's interested, who's not interested, type thing. Okay. The other funnel that I think everybody needs to have, local businesses, global businesses, expert businesses, consulting businesses, information businesses, is the one-to-many funnel, is the free workshop funnel. It's going to be in your software waiting for you with Go High Level and Offer Wingman. It's going to be under, just so everyone understands, I'm white labeling it. And so when you get the account, it's going to say Offer Wingman AI. But you guys are all pretty savvy experts and marketers. And so I don't really I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm going to just show you the ins and outs of the business that I'm running. So you could either model it, copy it, and go into a market and dominate it. And we can have success together. And the thing is okay, so one-click upsells, everything's integrated. I'll show it all to you in a second. These are all the book funnels I ran in the past. So all the book funnels are phenomenal. I'm not the biggest fan of starting with a book funnel, just because I think people take too long to get live. However, with that said, is that if you ran a wait list and you were like asking people questions, and you started finding a theme, you could literally do an interview like this or something, and you can have a book in 24 hours. I'm working with an AI company now that we might be able to have books literally done in 48 hours for like a couple $1,000, which I got to test it out. I think it's pretty amazing. So this would be the whole funnel inside. I would give all this to you, all the sales copy. This was my whole funnel, 4 steps. And then it goes into a free workshop right there. You go, sales page, book funnel, upsell 1, upsell 2. And there'll be training on what I do on all that. Now, this is the interview authority process. So this sold $65,000 coaching clubs, right? I have a full training on, walks through this whole thing. But it's really strategically laid out, right? And so here's the authority interview. He's being interviewed. More people consume interviews. That's why $8 million interview method is so powerful, because you don't have to sell hard. The host, which is me, does all the hard selling for you. It's pretty powerful. This is also, there's a couple Q&As here. I go in more in depth on the training, so I don't really need to do that. We had then, your social proof, your case studies. If you don't have any yet, don't stress it. We can build them out. Why did we do another interview? Because Bill was paying me per sale and a flat rate. So when we were getting objections coming in or concerns coming in from clients, we just ran another an interview, and we would bang it out. He never did the free workshops, and I think that was a big mistake on their part. They were just, oh, well, we don't know we're worried about tech. Tech's never been easier, guys. Like, it's the fastest way to get people on. The rate your systems thing. So we have we're working on integrating that in all the funnels right now. So like, if you're in a niche, say I'm going to make this up, but like, let's say you're in a niche for plumbers, right? On a scale of 0 to 10, rate your business, and then 0 to 10, gives them a calculator so that they're rating it, and they can self-diagnose. Now, what we found was that if people went on took the survey, the systems analyzer, before they got a call or before they were offered the proposition, that company, when you're selling a $65,000 package, they're going to want to talk to somebody, just so you know. Phoneless selling is not necessarily going to work there, because you want to make sure that the person's right for the coaching club. That is just as important as the other way around, right? That you're trying to sell them. You also want to make sure they're right for the coaching club. Here's some of the live events. I'm going to show you one sales letter. I have probably 5 to 6 of these that you can swipe the copy, and I want you to pay close attention to the layouts and the bullet points. Okay. And they're installed in your software, ready to go. You can just change all the things to your thing, like whatever you're doing. All the free virtual events. I built these pages out myself, guys, just to show you how easy high level is. Yeah, it's super easy. And if you have stuff already in ClickFunnels, you can literally just copy the link, pop it in there, and then go high level is able to scrape it and install it for you as well. So that's super powerful. Special bonuses, sales letters of offer angles that have crushed it in the past. I mean, like here's my health supplement sales letter. This sold a $7,000 workshop. Here's one of my first dental implant, a free webinar. It might have been sales letters. That might have been, yeah, we were just doing the turnkey domination thing. This is for another client in the law space. This little thing just dominated, like how to free yourself from the dark side of dentistry. That angle just murders it, especially right now. Like we're going to relaunch a couple of these in dentistry right now. And it's pretty cool. Plus, you don't have a product to sell, or you're selling something, but you want to make your offer better. You could take my time collapsing event, which people paid $5,000 for. You can take Traffic Mastery Live, Influencer Mastery Live, and I'm putting together right now a Grow Your Business Bootcamp as another way to. The content's all done. I just got to organize a little bit where you could just put it into stuff you're already doing. And I may have, based on what you need, I can let you utilize some of my sales copy as resell rights if it's going to help sell more people into your coaching clubs or get them to purchase the software that I recommend you doing. Now, here's why I'm loving working with Go High Level, combine it with Offer Wingman, plus the AI we're going to talk about in a second. You can't not save money. Like if you're using Infusionsoft, ClickFunnels, plus an email platform, plus like a Sam Cart, which, I have nothing negative to say about any of those things. But what you're going to find out is that like in one place, we can have all this stuff integrated, a business in a box, and you're just going to save so much immediately. One guy was saying how his text messaging bills alone was like multiple tens of thousands, and just switching over to, high level and getting those rates, they were able to get rid of all, like, I mean, literally in a matter of a day, saved them $36,000, $37,000. Everything's loaded in one place. I'm personally investing. So what I'm doing, the reason why you'd want to do Offer Wingman AI is I'm getting it all in one place. And so I'm doing some of the investments so that I can do the group discount. You see what I'm saying? And then plus obviously everything's installed for you. So we're winning because we're working together. The other thing on this is just the size and the opportunity is completely unreal. Okay. So here's kind of a couple of things that are going to be loaded into high level for you, right? You're going to get an instant cash Rainmaker campaign ready to go. And so what that looks like is you're literally going to upload a CSV or take any new leads that you currently get, and we're going to stick that on there, and you're going to start making sales, appointments, whatever it might be for you. You're just going to get more of it like immediately. Okay. And the campaign I'm giving you is proven. It's worked in multiple industries, and super. And I'll help you customize it on our coaching calls. I'm not going to write everything for you because we've already installed the proven templates. Like just take it and go. It'll work. A couple of the features that these guys have are like missed call text back, which allows if people call you or call your local business owners. 64% of inbound calls to small business owners go unanswered. So what we found is that the couple of things I want to pop through here real quick. Just because time's sake, I gotta get out of here. What we found is that if people don't respond to an inbound call within 5 minutes, or like the speed to lead thing's real. I've never been too like concerned about it until I've really started paying attention to the statistics, right? Because back in the day, we used to take like direct mail, we'd send it out, we get a sale 7 days from now. But nowadays, if people don't have their solution, they're moving on to the next one. And so this is Dr. Mark Scamardella, a really good friend of mine. And I looked at the tool that Go High Level has, where we can take Google Business Chat, and he does not have messaging here. Do you see that? Well, this would allow people when they go to his Google, they could message the office immediately with a question. So they don't have to call, they can message it. And immediately the AI can pick it up, grab the lead, communicate with them immediately, know when to send it to the front office. But when we train the AI bot correctly, it's going to be able to answer almost everything. The other thing too that I noticed was my buddy Mark only has 8 reviews. And so the review feature in this too can fix that. And here's the thing, guys, local, like the small business owners are paying separate bills for these services. And so with Offer Wingman AI combined with Go High Level, we could actually in one fell swoop fix that for them. Okay. This says the average business receives 1,000 visits per month to their Google profile. So if it's not optimized, then they're not getting the leads. And so by turning this on, this will just generate more leads for the people you resell to, as well as it gives you an opportunity to be way ahead of a trend. Okay. I'm not going to talk much about this right now, but there's a feature in Go High Level that will actually list the business in all of these places, right? So it'll get all the, make sure that you're listed everywhere, and so that you're not missing organic traffic and that you're relevant. This is true actually in expert businesses as well. This is one of my favorite pieces of this as well. And we're going to be coming out with more features because of the authority social posts, is that you can connect your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Google business, your X, TikTok, and I believe they're coming out with YouTube as well. And what this will do for you is it'll actually allow you to have your VAs or other people come in, build out your whole calendar in social in one place, instead of you going into all these different places or buying another third-party app that does this for you. Like, why are we spending money in all these different places? So, I mean, these are some of the big reasons why I'm absolutely falling in love with this software, because it literally takes dozens of different things that we would duct tape together and it's putting them into one place. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So this is part 2 of the video. I covered this slide. Let me bang through this. So inside the account, you're going to get all these templates as well. This is all going to be preloaded and done for you. This is one of our webinar, our free workshop trainings. All these landing pages installed, ready to go. And by the way, some of you may not want to do a workshop out of the gate. Totally understand. And some of you shouldn't, right? Depending on where you're at. We'll get to that in a second. But what's really good about this is you'll have the frameworks and you'll also understand why. I put a landing page I put in there of Mark Evans' sales letter. The reason I showed you that is just so that you see I built that myself, and I'm not the techie guy. We had to get it done in like 4 hours, got it done in like less than that. This is, if you could do Word, Microsoft Word, you could do these funnels. If you've ever used ClickFunnels or any of those, these are all very intuitive, very easy. And then also on Upwork, like you can get guys for literally 10 to 20 bucks an hour and they bang it out. There's so many of these people sitting there that you do not need a programmer. When we use Infusionsoft, I had a client on Infusionsoft. It's awful. It's every time we want to make a change, we had to get the programmer involved. Programmers make things more complicated. And then I just wanted to show you this. These are also the other funnels ready to go inside there. I'm going to fly through the features. This is not why you joined this webinar, so I'm going to fly through this. What I also love about Go High Level, it's different than anything I've ever used before, is that you got Facebook, Instagram, Google properties, you got mobile app all in one. It condenses into one. They just came out with new features like text to pay links, where you could actually, this is perfect for a lot of your business owners, where, you know, hey, we have an invoice. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to text it to you. Not going to email it to you. And then people actually can utilize their Apple Pay and other things like that to pay immediately. So there's not this delay and like, oh, I didn't see your email or anything like that. These are really cool things. This is all the cutting edge kind of stuff. The other thing they're allowing you to be able to do is like on your mobile phone, create invoices like real time. So again, you're not missing out. There's no delay. You don't need a, these are all added benefits if you are in a market, and this is trending very, very much so, along with when I talk about the AI, people don't want to talk to people like they used to. Like there's businesses, the data is showing it, that people want to skip the line. And I'm kind of jumping ahead because it's what I'm most excited about. But I'd rather just book an appointment without talking to anybody. I don't want to wait on voicemail or wait on in a waiting room. Email and SMS, voice, bulk. These are some of my favorite tools, and I'm sharing this with you. Why? Because then if I want to get an SMS out or a voicemail out or an email out, it's very intuitive. I can do it all in one thing. I don't got to go to ConvertKit. I don't got to go to SendLane. I don't got to go to all these places, and then those charges add up over there, and I'm making charges in my other account. So these are all the benefits. I'm kind of showing this to you. They're pretty endless. You want to make newsletters. It's all super intuitive. This integrates with the Google, Facebook, all the tracking could be in one location. And they're actually making it now so you can run all your ads from this one account. It's pretty incredible. What I personally like about it is now I don't have to worry about my VAs getting blocked out on my social accounts. They have this one location, and I don't have to buy another third-party app to integrate so my VAs can do all my social communication. The AI cutting edge is astounding. So I'm going to fly through this because this would take up a half hour on itself. That's not the purpose of today. But if you end up doing the gold offer, which I'll show in a second, I'm going to include that in there. I paid a few grand for this so that I could resell it and I could install it integrate it into our Go High level. Obviously, I'm sharing this for the founders group. When I roll this out into the dental implant space, they're not going to know that. I'm going to sell it as if it's a white label tool. But this is pretty crazy. But what you're seeing is the numbers don't lie in this space anymore, guys. If the speed to lead thing is really becoming popular and more cutting edge, popular. So like, but it says it right. It just says it right there. You know, you are 20 times more likely to convert a lead if you respond within 5 minutes versus 30 minutes. After 5 minutes, the odds of qualifying a lead drops by 80%. Now, this works really, really. This is very, very important in all businesses, but especially like if you want to end up reselling this, or I mean, literally, guys, I think this is the biggest no-brainer ever. Every single business person you know on your Facebook right now needs this. And the analogy was, imagine if you're like a roofer and you're on the roof, and all of a sudden you have you're working all day long. You work for 8 hours, and your AI actually, when they call you, the AI says, "Hey, I'm away from my phone. You know, blah 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 blah." And then it starts the conversation and books an appointment. I'll be done at 3 p.m. today. Can I call you then? Da, da, da. My mortgage broker, I'm going to send this to Joe. He's a great guy. He's amazing. He never answers when I call him. So if you can have AI pick up for him, like, hey, it's Joe, blah, 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 and then qualify a brand new lead, or are you a current lead, da, 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 and communicate them, get them booked on the calendar. Insurance agents, dental offices, chiropractic offices. I'm going back into dentistry, my dental implant doctors. I'm coming for you. I've never seen technology like this before, and this just blows me away. So anyhow, all this is going to be pre-installed for you at the gold level when I get to it. So you can take all these areas. The WhatsApp thing, I thought it didn't really relate to me. Like, why integrate this to WhatsApp? Well, because a lot of people use WhatsApp. And if you sell digital marketing, or if you're on Facebook groups, a lot of your people don't use text messaging. They use WhatsApp. And I never knew that. In the markets that I'm going to be in, we will be custom building out, like for coaching businesses, all my objection handling and stuff like that is going to be integrated with our prompt generator. Same exact thing is true when I go into like my niche. I'm going to help, even though Zappy Chat, Go High Level has prompts, we're going to be just trying to make it better and better and better as we work together and go on. So here's my special invite, right? Listen, I'm not offended if you don't work with me on this. Okay. So there's no stress on my part. But I do believe that this is one of the most ridiculous opportunities for all of us. And I would like to throw, I'd like to raise my hand and say I'd love to be the leader of this group, because I'm going to lead a group and we're going to make a lot of money together. And some are going to be partnerships. Some are going to end up doing like dominating markets. Some are going to need my help. Some are not going to need my help. You know what I mean? You may end up partnering with people in the group. So let's go through this, right? So there's a few different things here. So, why is this? Let me just recap a couple things. Let's go back to the dopamine. Why this is so exciting? Because I went through a bunch of features. If you're like, Ed, I can't stand any of those features. Well, I have good news. We're going to have tech support, integration support, people that are going to be able to take your business and get everything up and running for you. I am not techie, okay? I was saying to a buddy of mine when I started diving deep into all the opportunities with Go High Level, and I spent a lot of time studying the CEO and founder. I probably listened to 6 to 8 different podcasts, watched the seminar. I've never seen. Let me just put it this way. I've never been this impressed with the rapid clip at which they're evolving. And I thought I share this story. Like, when the reason why Salesforce went to like $1 billion or whatever it is now is because what they did that was unique and cutting edge is that they went open source, which meant all the programmers could build on their platform. So they built a market within a market within a market. And so the speed at which it was able to innovate was at a just unbelievable clip. These guys are doing the same thing, but no one has ever done this, which is the speed at which you can make money with them. They pay 40% commissions, right? And there's opportunities to upgrade and white label it, right? There's arguments for both. Okay, not this is not time or place, but I see Go High Level being the thing that everybody in your ecosystem within 1 year is going to be utilizing them. And it reminds me, Eddie, can you run upstairs, turn off the water, please? Real quick, fast. I'm doing my cold plunge right when we're done with this video. So I had my son start it. This reminds me so much of like Russell Brunson. When we were all info marketers, experts. And then Russell was like, well, where's the tools at? Okay, cool. So we started building out the funnel, started building the phone. We were all on Infusionsoft or things similar to that, right? And if you're in e-com or if you've been around e-com, the big player in that is like Shopify. Well, do you remember BigCommerce was around before that? And that sold for like tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions, guys. So even though Shopify quickly became superior, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. With Russell Brunson, what we all should have been thinking about was how could we make a lot of money with Russell rather than maybe be an affiliate. And there was some whatever going on there. But what I want to say here is that these guys are making it so you can make a ridiculous sum of money when you resell and grow your Go High Level business. Okay. And I said to one of my buddies, I said, imagine 18 years ago, if Dan Kennedy had the ability to take his intellectual property and install it in his software. And not just a funnel builder, but everything like phone, text, messenger, like all the stuff, right? It wasn't all there. He didn't have that ability. So he was able to sell, him and Bill Glazer were able to grow their info business and sell it for whatever millions they did, which was great for them. But imagine if that was a software. Like I always thought when I was in Dan's Platinum Mastermind, I was like, why isn't he just like creating marketing for all of us? And then we pay more and then we make more money with it, blah, blah, blah. And and we have some exclusivity to it, or you have more access to it. Well, with the software now, you can do that to a much greater degree, right? And at scale, by the way, not just a room full of 12 people. Okay. The second thing here is, so that's what I want you to consider is like, if you plan on being in your information marketing or in your business for the next, 3, 6, 9, 12, 20 years. I mean, I'm 49. I don't see myself ever not creating value at some level, right? So in that long perspective of timeline, if you added 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people paying anywhere between $297 to $1,000 a month in your ecosystem, and you integrate it into a software, I'm just telling you, fellas, like this is a game changer for you forever, forever. Or you help your clients do that, whatever it might be, depending on where you are in relationship in that ecosystem. Okay. Number two, leverage your time by selling productized systems and licensed IP. Turnkey. This is like the ability to turnkey your specialized knowledge rather than turnkey your time and effort. Okay. Or no, rather than just being time and effort based, rather than being a custom service based agency. I still will do very, very rare custom work with a few people. Okay. And the reason is the pay is ridiculously high. But they have to now be on this system. Do you see what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of a double dip on my end, but I recommend you do the same thing, because why work so hard to build someone else's business if there's no upside for you and you're getting paid at the same time? But I also want to tell you that I think when I'm doing the time and money math on some of the high pay I'm getting, I'm starting to realize, well, if I was able to put in 5, 10 people at a low rate, even, that quickly replaces any higher pay. Okay. Like that $2,500 agency fee, not for me, but for like a lot of agencies, they're addicted to that. They're stuck on that wheel. And if you get 5 of those, good, you're making 10 grand a month. If you get 10 of those, yeah, you're making 25K a month. But now the law of complexity just exponentiates, right? But if you're a special, I mean, paid ads, guys, everybody's trying to get rid of you before you even scale. Like the moment you start making the money, they're trying to get rid of you. This is going to make your offers better. The reason is because, like I said earlier, the information age is evolving now into, this is becoming the AI automation tools age, right? And technology age, something like that. But like, I'm just going to show you this again. This isn't really relevant to my business as much as it's going to be relevant to a lot of businesses I help. But the reason I want to show you this is that if I give somebody a funnel that's proven to work, or a 4-part letter sequence, or a script that, like, I drum up deals and they're able to use it, automate it, and they don't have it, it's very easy to use the contrast. Whereas if I am just saying, hey, here's my course for $297 or $2,097, $20,000, where's the contrast? I have to imagine in the future what it's going to be different when I hire you as a consultant or hire you to come do this work for us, right? I'm hoping and praying. Whereas in this example, there's so many examples that says, look, hey, I just did a quick audit on your website. I noticed you don't have Messenger tied to your Google thing. We could give you a free trial on it. And we could also add, the missed call, text back, the speed to lead AI, you can give free trials and all that because of this $1 billion company. It's not a $1 billion company yet. It's going to be, trust me, this is going to be, I've never seen anything like it. And a couple of my buddies told me they had a bad experience dealing with like their internal systems. Yeah, I totally understand that. Like their customer support and other things like that. It's just because they're growing so rapidly. That's why it gives people like me and you opportunities to create value in the marketplace. And that's never going to end, by the way. So I want to share this too. Long-term recurring revenue model. Now, the info business is notoriously known as 3 months, 3.5 months is like the churn, right? I have a mentor who just sells on annuals, but he gives installments. We'll talk about that in the membership, by the way, when you work with me on this stuff. It's brilliant. It's the way to do it. It's the only way to do it. And if you want it to work. But now, what if you take the content and you stick it into a software and they get it as part of what they call our snapshots inside Go High Level, which is they can install your IP into it in your funnels or your unique selling proposition or your unique thing. I mean, look at this is computer software, 86% retention year over year, 14% churn. Think about that, right? You can scale without having to go and just spend more to get clients, spend more to get clients, spend more to get clients. I probably said this early in the video, but since I shot it into 2 different parts, I apologize. But it's like when I was helping dentists, if I would have had an integrated software to stick them into and have all their leads and all their inactives and all their reactives and all their best patients, and we had a 12-month calendar installed, I would still be making money from that market 17 years later. I would have never left the market, right? Because I would have been a utility. I would have been like their electrical grid. They can't turn it off. Instead, in 2008, when the economy shifted, they started looking at, okay, we're paying for education with ed. Well, that's nice, but we bought the course. We don't need the ongoing monthly like we used to. We don't need it as much. Why? Because I'm more worried about my overhead and my bills, and now I got to cut because of uncertainty. Uncertainty will cut consultants, info marketers, any specialized knowledge that you think you have. You will be cut first. It's on the docket. It's one of the first things to go, right? Getting your nails done. Well, you push it off 2 weeks. Well, hiring a consultant, unless he can demonstrate immediate pain solved, and I trust it enough, which is a incubation period, I'm skipping that. I'm pushing it off, right? So whereas this, if you're like, hey, listen, we got a 4-part reactivation series, you can send this out to your existing Facebook group, your existing database, your existing ecosystem, which I'm going to tell you about here in a second. It's proven. It'll make money for you. We will be a free utility for the rest of your life. Totally different experience. Okay. And now if you go one more step further and it's push button, it's already in the system, ready to go. They just got to upload their CSV. I mean, now you're talking about lights are out, game changer out. Now, there's two ways that this also increases enterprise value. Number one, for you. So if you're a digital marketing agency, or I was looking for an info marketing screenshot, but I was in a hurry today to get this done for you. 2 to 5 times multiple. Hard to sell if they're surrounded by you, especially if you're an expert business. Hard to sell. I mean, people don't want it unless they're going to make sure you're still there. Plumbing businesses are more attractive than some of these digital businesses if it's based around certain intellectual property that they can't control. That's why the multiples are lower. However, CRMs, right, are much higher. Much higher multiples. And the difference between 2 to 5 times multiple and 5 to 10 times revenue multiple at exit are just two different things. Now, there is an argument, which is like, well, Ed, you're building a software, integrating it, or you have a book of business, sending it to it. Yes. I get that. Different time to talk about it. It'll be slightly different, but I'm just giving you an example. The other example I want to share is just for a second, I'll shut this off. Is, I'm still in contact with a lot of my doctors that I worked with, and some of them are exiting their practice right now. And it's like, well, what if you had AI hooked up? What if you had all these things hooked up? What if it would increase their profits immediately and also demonstrate they're on the cutting edge? So this new doctor coming in does not need to, start from scratch on it. So super, super important. And where's my thing at? Come on, buddy. You can't screw me up on this. I got you. Boom. Please work. I don't know why it pauses it like that. Why does it do that? Don't understand. Screen sharing has been paused. Resume share. Come on, baby. Come on. Give me 1 second, fellas. This happened before. It's something with my settings. I don't know why it does that. Anyhow, can you tell I'm super excited about this? I'm very bullish on this. I think this is, if I would have had this so many years ago, you and I probably would not be talking. I would have retired 13 years ago, at least from that business, and everything, it just all would have been different because I would have never, and by the way, I'm not regretting that. Like this life moves you in different ways. For different reasons at different seasons. What I wish I would have done slightly differently is had a little more maturity, but I also didn't have this wisdom. I needed to go on those other journeys. I needed to grow a supplement business. I needed to make some bad investments and learn from my losses because it's made me a much better, at least I like to think so, much better, more mature entrepreneur. And, I mean, man, I could talk about God. I could talk about a lot of things in this moment, but those are a lot of my thoughts there. So, okay, so let's keep moving because I literally have got to get you guys squared away. Okay, so step one, let's work together. If you like to get live, let's make sales right away. We're going to look at your current assets. Where can you make money like tomorrow? Number two is install the authority funnel first. The authority funnel is important because it doesn't require tech build out. Maybe a one-page funnel page, and I'll walk you through that. And then if you want to keep your awareness growing, I think there's nothing better than a free workshop. And then if you have a book or a PDF funnel, we could build that out as well. And we'll talk about that on the growth and awareness side. But you're going to make more money like immediately than you ever spend with me with your current assets. And if you don't think you have current assets, just wait till we talk. It'll be amazing. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't realize I had all these opportunities sitting in my ecosystem. Yeah, it's true. Number two is if you want to grow and productize your specialized knowledge and sell it to business owners or a certain industry or whatever, I mean, there's nothing better than to jump on board and let's work together on helping you build out and resell, go high level, whether it's separate, like you just sell it as go high level, you're a super affiliate, or you integrate it like with Offer Wingman and my IP. So you could take all my intellectual property and resell it to your niche. Totally worth working together on that. And or you have your own intellectual property, like my buddy Blue Collar Millionaires or Blue Collar Unchained, or like if Mark Evans wanted to ever do that, like you can do all that. You know what I mean? Like that, there's no like restriction on that. I'm your biggest fan in your corner, wanting you to go do that. Okay. And then you can sell your you can keep selling your information to everybody, but guess what? You're now leveraging it, and you're also giving your customer a better experience because you're going to get them results. Yes, you're going to have pain of disconnect. They're not going to ever want to leave you. That's the one benefits of it. But like I still pay my ClickFunnels bills. I think we still pay Infusionsoft like $100 a month just to make sure that they never kick our data out. It's like storage. It's the silliest thing I've ever heard. So yes, you can do this alone. Now, I would ask and appreciate if you just want to say, Ed, I'm going to do something alone, like reach out to me, like, Ed, I like to do it alone. I'll send you an affiliate link. You could just get it through my affiliate link. I'd appreciate that. That would be very kind of you. And, if you ever need anything on that, I could give you some free bonuses on that as well. But if you want to do it together, here's the deal. So Rainmaker database campaign and cash flow campaign. So you're not going to need a funnel. So, I have a case study where I took a small little database of guys that bought a small product. We sent out an invite. Boom! Within 30 days, this coach made $63,000 from. It was actually they spent about $1,000 in postage, but this is something you can do with your Facebook group, your social media group. Like you'll see my posts. That's all money when people come raising their hand asking for stuff, guys. Those are real leads. Those are better leads than going cold to the market. Okay. And I have different ways that you can go about that. So that's the one way to do a Rainmaker. If you're in a business like dentistry, the first thing we always did is we reactivated their database. There's certain things that work, like give them a credit, don't give them a savings. Okay. Like, hey, we've added $25 or $50 or $100 to your account that expires at the end of the month, blah, blah, blah. Here's the letter. Boom, send it out. You're going to get people to buy from you. Okay. The authority funnel and 5 proven social posts and personal branding sales framework. I'm going to teach you this. Like this is, I have posts that I've used. I've had posts that I've written for others that just flat out work. Like Caleb, Caleb, people love Caleb. So, like it helps to have a personality. But with Dr. Bill, I'll walk you through all these case studies and I'll walk you through each one. But, 2 of the 3 of those guys I just showed you are getting more clients socially than they're doing through paid ads. In fact, I think my lawyer, Jeff, I don't even know if they're running any ads at all. He's doing all content, and we'll talk about that inside the groups as well. You'll get my free workshop, all the automations, copy, text, messages, email. You'll get my book funnels, all the upsells. I'll walk through it all for you. I'm talking fast because I got to get Eddie to soccer here in about 15 minutes. You'll get the upsells installed for you. And, guys, if some of this looks down and dirty, some of it is down and dirty, right? But here's the reality. If you can if you can solve a problem, people want your thing, right? Like I built this website right here that you're looking at. I built it myself, right? Why? Because I didn't have time to deal with a programmer putting me off 72 hours. We were running an event. This event sold for $5K a pop, filled up the room. I think we had like 35 guys there. We held it at an Airbnb. It was brilliant. It was great. Not only are you going to get the funnel to use, But as long as you work with me, you have full rights to just rip, swipe the copy. Okay. We have many other events. Sorry, just took a bite. Like when I went into dentistry, we ran events to niches. You're going to get all that as well. All the other bonuses like the sales letters, offer angles, these all crush it. Like the dark, free yourself from the dark side. Everybody watching this, if you have customers or a niche, you could take this angle, free yourself from whatever, the dark side of whatever, the world's easiest way, everything you need to know. And this right here is a 47-page sales letter disguised as a book. And again, that sold out. That sold out my first ever supplement intensive, $7,000, filled up a room. Some of the legends in supplement industry came out of that group thing. It's pretty amazing. Products to sell, keep 100% keep 100% of the revenue licensing. So I'm going to make available. I think I said 4 different products. Time Collapsing Academy, which is a 2-day workshop, actually 2.5-day workshop. You can resell that or just use it as a bonus in what you're already doing. Traffic Mastery Live with Influencer Mastery Live, amazing speakers there. So you could resell that. I have a couple of rules on it, but they're going to stop you. And then I'll be coming out with a Offer Wingman Business Growth Bootcamp, so that is actually something that you could slap a label on and, you know, we can co-create it together. But if you sell it to your niche, you can keep 100% of it. Now, I fulfill on all that to keep it easy. So if I have 20 guys selling it, it'd be really simple. We'll have a place in where they would sign up to get it, but you would keep all the money, just so you know. For the silver level, we'll do weekly business growth coaching group calls with Ed and his special experts. This is going to be 100% on growing your business, about your business. Okay. Now, here's the next thing. This is all included in the silver membership. Plus, you'll get a pro level account with Go High Level. So you'll get all the attributes to Go High Level. So there's nothing hidden from you except one thing, which is the AI. And I'll talk about that in a second. But if you want to resell and turn this into a business where you're actually putting people on your own software, you're being a super affiliate, we work together through our coaching to get you to the next level. You know, gold is where you want to be. And I'm going to fly through this just simply because of time. So with gold, you'll get everything you get in silver. The only addition on that is you also get a 1-day VIP live day. We may turn that into 2 days. I don't want to promise that out of the gate. Where we'll get together probably within the next 90 days, all my gold, we'll get together. We'll do a mastermind day. It'll be pretty amazing and incredible. You're also going to get 2 weekly coaching calls. So you'll get the one on the business growth, but the second call is going to be all about niche industry domination and growing your Go High Level account agency. I know guys right now that were in niches like I was, who made this transition and now barely work. They're making way more money than they ever used to be. And it's the most highly leveraged way of taking intellectual property and turn it into a real business. We were kind of lied to, guys. Like, hey, the info business is amazing. You have all these margins. Hey, you know, you're going to get wealthy through it. When I look back on all my mentors, very, very few of them are actually wealthy. The ones who got wealthy either acquired businesses, got into software, or they utilized the education into real estate. And like, I'm thinking about the few guys like that I'm thinking of right now, and there's not a lot of them. You know, the info business is a great cash business, but it's not a great business to have sustainability and predictable, scalable growth over time. You always got to be coming out with new offers. You always got to be doing that. With Go High Level, they're coming out with new offers for you every single month, every day, every week. Like, it's the ultimate wingman. So you get me as your wingman for the copy side and strategy side, and you get a company that's pumping out stuff that your customers are only going to get better results. You're going to get better results. So weekly Go High Level and wingman AI tech and support calls. Again, I don't want to have you relying on me for that stuff. We're going to have a separate call, whether it's on Monday, Fridays, or maybe both, where you could jump in and get your customer support questions answered. I'll have VAs that are trained, like highly trained, weight trained, who I rely on right now, that you'll have access to as well in Slack. Niche licensing rights. So I'm going back into dentistry. I'm not going to give away all my cards on this recording, but all my copy that I write, as long as you're not going after the same exact niche I'm going after, you can swipe. Okay, you can swipe. If you are already in dentistry and you're like, Ed, can we just partner? Well, reach out to me separately. We'll talk about it because I'm looking for partners in leverage and speed, not I need to own everything anymore. That's how I was when I was in my 20s. I'm in my late 40s and I'm looking for partners, speed, and acceleration. So again, and there's opportunities for some of you guys. If you're in gold and you're like, Ed, I suck at selling, Ed, I suck at this, da, da, da. We could talk about how I can support you on actually pitching for you. Obviously, I would be making more money with that, and so would you. So it'd be a win-win-win-win, and it'd be amazing. So the AI Zappy Chat and pricing. I just spent $3,000 this past week up front for Zappy Chat. Zappy Chat is the AI. If you're in gold, it's going to be included in that for you with it. So I'm buying stuff up front, just so you know, so that I can mass distribute it and utilize licensing and white labeling to provide it to you. And it's probably the most transparent I'm going to be to the first 30 that come in. When we go past that, and the founders are in, where we're going to raise prices, and it's going to be fun. And then I'll show you exactly how to model exactly what I'm doing. I'm spending a lot of time right now researching, learning, and growing through this process. I love it, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So even if it's just to grow your own business, like you can apply Zappy Chat to your business like this week. And I mean, it's unbelievable. In fact, I'll tell you what's crazy about this is that there's one element of it that I got on with a rep this week. And I was like, wait a second, this thing just sells itself. Like, I don't need a long webinar to sell this, do I? And they're like, nope, you just send this out to people. And I was like, this is unbelievable. So I'm working on that over the weekend. I got to go coach volleyball this afternoon, take my boy to his game. But let me be the guy who takes the arrows in the back, so you could just ride my shoulders, and then I'll ride your shoulders, and we'll do it together. Funnels for local businesses that you can swipe and deploy, run your own turnkey. So we're obviously, listen, when we go into these niches, I'm investing money right now. Like, I already know guys on this call already know how to make money in their niches. So I'm not going to go too in depth on that. But if you're like, Ed, I don't really know how to move things over to go after this market, don't worry about that. We're going to help you. Go High Level has this all done for you. You just need to know how to modify it and niche it so that you can get the results faster, better. Bonuses. So, hey, listen, I'm running out of time. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see everything you get with silver. I've kind of gone through it. It's incredible value. This is 25, 26, 28 years of my life that I've poured into this, that I'm looking for a cadre of dudes that want to ride along on this next level and this next journey. Okay. Plus, the gold level, you just get three things you get differently on the gold level. You're going to get more access, and the focus of those calls are going to be about growing your niche domination industry, thing. You're going to get more access to the live VIP day. And you're also going to get the Zappy Chat AI. Okay. So there's more of a focus there. If you're like, Ed, I just want to grow my business, I'm not really interested in reselling or dominating niches. I'm in this niche. It doesn't really apply to me. Good. Silver's perfect for you. We're going to dominate that niche together. Okay. Or grow your business together. So perspective on this right now, obviously I'm not going to charge you 15 grand up front, but I will tell you, this is what I was charging up front for, to my dental implant docs. And then in dentistry, when we were going after sleep apnea and all these different things, 15 grand. Why? Because you're selling a business in a box. So 15K, you can command 25K, and then it was $14.97 a month. This is where I'm working towards right now. So when you dominate a market and solve a problem, you pit this pricing against a franchise. You tell them, look, here's the deal. You can go buy a franchise in your industry at 30 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, but you're now going to have to pay royalties, 3%, 5%, 7% of revenue for the rest of your life. That's how you sell this, by the way. However, when you work with us, boom, 15 grand up front, you can break that up into 3 payments of 5K a pop. And then after 60 days or 30 days, we start charging you $14.97 a month. Okay. That's how you sell that. I will teach you how to do that. I actually have copy. I have PowerPoints, all that do that. And guess what's even better? There's no custom work. You're not going in there as an agency and doing custom work. You just tell them flat out, look, I'm going to give you all the templates, all the PowerPoints. You're going to get access to our implementation fast start calls. You're going to have Susie on my team. She's going to answer all your questions. Da, 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 da. and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's so exciting for you. I'm excited now. The more I'm talking about this, the way you sell this, and I'm going to sell this to you on this, is money at a discount. You're going to make more money before your credit card even hits the bank by taking our Rainmaker campaign, send it to your existing ecosystem, your social media, blah, blah. That is the same exact pitch that I'm doing to you that you're going to do to other people. Okay. Understand me? It works great. Value per customer or patient is going to increase dramatically. You're gonna fill up and you're gonna get rid of leaky buckets. In some markets, we're going to tell them, look, you're going to not need as many team members that are missing the calls. You're also going to have predictability, and you're going to increase your dollar amount per day because you don't have Susie who doesn't show up on time, who changes whether or not, blah, 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 doesn't get back to you. All these like little things, AI is going to replace them anyway. So $19 an hour, you're paying somebody for $3 a day. We're going to install the AI into your business, and it's going to solve that problem for you. Right. And after that, after 60 days, it goes up to $297 a month, man. You know, like that's just one feature. Unbelievable. I'm so excited about this. Increase enterprise value, sellable. You guys already know that. So I'm not going to charge you any of that. In fact, here's what we're going to do. So for silver, it's $1,000 up front. Why $1,000 up front? Obviously, I don't need to justify that, but it's because a couple of reasons. One, I'm investing in you. Okay. So I need to make sure that, you know, people who pay attention so that you're in on this, right? Now, yes, you can go high level, get a $497 account all on your own. And I can't stop you to do that. I'd like you to use my affiliate link, but here's the reality. You're not going to get any of this support or help or any of this stuff when you do that on your own. Okay. You're not going to get the funnels. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get coaching. You're just going to have a blank thing, right? Blank slate that you now got to build out from scratch and figure everything out on your own. After 30 days for silver, it's $497 a month. Now, guess what? That is the enterprise price for high level. Okay. So everything's going to be turned on for you. You're going to get everything. Okay. That's included in high level with the one exception of the AI. So let me bring up the pricing on that. So if you want to be gold, it's $1,500 up front. And then after 30 days, it's $697 a month. So I'm just bumping that up a little bit because you're going to get more coaching, you're going to get more access, you're going to get AI, you're going to get the live access as well. And this is going to blow you away. And this is going to create, both of these are going to create multiple $1 million businesses. Gold, I really believe some of you guys are going to jump in on this, and you're going to be exiting the software side of this business in 2 to 5 years at a ridiculous multiple. That's my goal, by the way. Build this up to such a behemoth that somebody who wants to have all those agency users are going to come in and they're going to be like, Ed, you got 1,000 guys paying $497 a month. Can I buy this from you? And it's going to be 90% profit because everything's leverageable. Okay. By the way, I'm not, those are not claims. I'm not telling you that that's what you're going to do. I'm not promising you 90% gross margins. I'm just letting you know that when I look at this business model and how leverageable it is, there's nothing like this. So let's talk about investment. I think I've already covered that. Like if this is a lot of money to you, then this isn't for you. Go get the $97 version of Go High Level, right? Look at what I'm doing on my social, rip it off, model it, whatever you want to do. Go to my YouTube channel, watch all my trainings. And when you make enough money to upgrade, please do that. Okay. Or in a second, I'll tell you, or reach out to me directly at offerwingman.com. I will be checking that email with Fel. Fel's my virtual assistant. She's amazing. If you want to be one of the first 30, just say I'm in. And at what level, silver or gold? I may have a few questions like, hey, bro, before I put you in, just want to make sure I'm serving you best. Hey, bro, like there's women reaching out to me too. So I'm sorry. You could text me directly just for speed. It's the weekend. But if you want to reserve your spot in the 30 to get you in. Now, if you're like, Ed, I'm in, but I already have a Go High Level account, reach out to me. I have solutions for that. Ed, I'm in, but will this work for my business? Ask me those questions. I'm here to support you. Like there's no judgment on my part. I'm not going to shame you into buying. This is a relationship. This is going to be my 300. We're going to war. We're going to go win. We're going to go take out all these people. We're going to go dominate markets. We're going to, we got to do it fast. By the way, the market has shifted. There's more. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Sorry. There's more. One second. Where's my stupid thing? I'll get rid of this. right. All right. Give me a second, guys. I don't have time to edit this, so this is going live. And Eddie, come here. It was my daughter. My daughter at the front door. She had a little sleepover last night. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So what I want to say was two things. One was I had my thought. Come here, come say hi to my clients and my friends. This is my son Eddie. Come here, Alan. Come here.
Hi.
This is our neighbor. Say hi. Whoa. This is our Molly. Molly's like family. Where you at? Okay. Now you guys can get on here. Love you.
Bye.
Okay. I forget what I was saying. Oh, reach out to me on this because, like, listen, man, I've been there. I remember the first time I went to an information marketing boot camp. I had no money. I was everything was on credit cards, and I spent the money $1,000 or $2,000 to go see Ron LeGrand. And I remember I came up to him, I'm like, "Hi, Mr. LeGrand, I'm going to be your best student." And it was on info marketing. It wasn't on real estate. And I just kind of like Ron was nice. Ron's Ron, you know. But I was so hungry. I was like, "Hey man, I'm going to be your best student ever." And I wasn't joking on that. And then Dan Kennedy was there, and Dan, like, I went up to say hi to Dan because he was changing my life, you know. I mean, he was teaching marketing, you know, um and he kind of just like walked right by me. He gave me this like soft ass handshake and walked right by me. And I was like, I'm never gonna be like that. But Dan's a super nice guy. He just, you know, that's part of his demeanor. So I can talk about this stuff for hours. I really got to go. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging in here with me. Do not, please don't just watch this and say this isn't for me and move on. If you have a business, if you're an expert, at least tell me what you're up to. Because here's the deal. All the hand raisers that I'm getting right now, I know you guys, right? So there's no judgment on my part. I really want to know what you're up to, but like, I want to know why this wouldn't work for you, why this wouldn't be a good deal for you. Like, how could it not be? It just blows my mind. I have guys watching this video that I know for a fact they're going to sign up today. We're going to meet. Oh shit! Did I go over that bonus? Hold on, I didn't go over the bonus. It wasn't done on purpose, by the way. Wow. Let me get this out. When you sign up today, or you're the first 30, I'm not going to screw the slides. You and I are going to jump on a 1-hour strategy call right here. We're going to whiteboard the whole thing. You're not going to be in my house. We're going to do it virtual, but we'll whiteboard your model. Get your low ticket, your medium ticket, how to automate and integrate all SIM. And then you got to have some high ticket things as well. Well, some businesses, I know a couple of my buddies are watching this. They're like, Ed, I don't want to meet people live. But imagine having 100 people paying $500 a month, 100 people paying $1,000 a month. But then you have like a percentage of them paying $2,500 a month. And then you have another percentage that are paying you like once a month. If somebody shows up with 15 grand or 25 grand and they buy 6 hours of your time. Now, those are time for money trap things, but guess what? You've covered yourself because those are your future partners, your future deals. You just can't rely on those all the time because that's where when stuff hits the fan, those slow down. So with this base of products coming through, you're just going to have deal flow like unbelievable. Like, I mean, if all you did was take what I'm teaching you and sell 3 or 4 of the new features that Go High Level has for $97, or give them a free trial for $297, and you get 100 people on that, that's 30,000 a month, guys. Did I just do that right? Yeah, it's 30,000 a month, right? And now you're like, oh, I got momentum here. And then a large percentage of those guys are going to upgrade. They're going to buy some more IP. They're going to buy live events. They're going to buy a tool. They're going to buy another snapshot from you. That's how a lot of these guys are selling it. And I'm saying, you know, you're doing 70, 80, 100 grand a month. Like, what's your cost structure? You don't need a lot. I mean, what's this going to cost you? Like $1,000 a month, maybe, when we max out pricing at some point. But let's get money in your bank account. You get some VAs. You don't need to hire them, by the way. I have a company that could do it all for you. I try and tell my kids, man, like you guys better learn how to use AI and start learning how to sell stuff because it's going to be marketing, automation, AI, because they're not going to need anyone to answer phones anymore. I truly mean that. Like I called Apple last week because I had to fix one of my computers and I was so happy it was AI. I was so happy it was AI. I don't want to talk to anybody. When I call like to order my pizza, I don't want to talk to them. They screw it up half the time. Like, I mean, seriously, think about anything you do. Like we had a Pearl Vision. I had a stupid eye appointment yesterday. My lovely wife booked it at 4 p.m. on a Friday when I had to be picking up the kids. I'm like, I can't make it there. There's no way I can make it there. And then no one texted me, no one called me, no one worried about me. There's no reminder, hey, rebook a call. With the AI that I was using, they sent me a message yesterday. They're like, hey, we have your implementation call at 11 a.m. I was like, oh man, I double booked. So with AI, I didn't feel bad. I was like, hey, I double booked. Can I rebook? They're like, sure. Like within a minute. Sure, Mr. O'Keefe. Hey, here's the calendar. Da, 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 da. Do any of these times work for you? They're doing a 20,000 times better job. And guess what? If I didn't rebook right then, guess what was going to happen? It would be Wednesday next week by the time I even realized I could rebook. So love you guys. Zero pressure from me. Okay. I'm your fan. I'm in your corner. I want you to win. But this is going to be a lot of fun. Somebody's going to make a lot of money and I'd love to do it together. All right. Peace out. Bye.